Okay, so a while back I started designing some LED taillights for the Pontiac Fiero, and some people contacted me requesting that I make a sequential setup for the taillights. And what I've done is I've created basically a custom PCB. I've designed a circuit that will sequence the turn signal and brake light on the Pontiac Fiero. Now this is for the notchback taillights. The GT taillights, I have something coming for those as well, but in that particular case the brake light and the turn signal are separate. So what you're looking at here is the basic setup. Here I have your brake and turn signal up here, and this is this bar of LED lights up here. Down at the bottom there's only a few LEDs, but that just simulates the regular tail lights or parking lights, whatever you'd like to call them. Just disregard this circuit over here, it's just something else. And I'm going to demonstrate how this circuit works. So I'm going to turn on the power supply right now, and I'll start with the sequential turn signal. Now I hope that the LEDs aren't too bright, that you will still be able to see it, and it's not too bright for the camera, but we'll see. So as you can see, I'm just going to reconnect that. So you can see as I connect and disconnect the circuit, the lights sequence, and they're very bright. Now on this board there's also a second feature that I've added that I thought would be a cool option for people. It doesn't have to be hooked up this way, but it can be. So I'm going to turn on the parking lights, and you'll see in a moment what will happen. So the parking lights are on right now, or the tail lights, just the regular nighttime running lights. Now when I hit the brakes, or when I hit the turn signal, I'm going to flash the turn signal, try and get it at the proper cadence. But you'll notice that the parking light will turn off and remain off, so that basically your intention is very clear. Whether you're braking or you're turning, people won't confuse the two sets of lights. So if I connect it, so you'll notice, say I'm braking and hold the brakes, so notice the parking light comes off, and when I let go of the brakes it comes back on. And then if, like I said, if I were to not hit the brakes, but if I were to turn a turn signal on and connect the circuit at the proper cadence, at the cadence of your flashing unit, then the parking lights or the tail lights will remain off. So let's try that, see if I can get the right frequency. Oh, there we go. So you'll notice as it flashes across, the parking lights remain off the entire time. Now obviously I'm not as consistent as your flashing unit in the car, so you may see the parking lights kind of flash on a little bit there, but that can also be adjusted. And the nice thing about these boards too is that it's not controlled by like a 555 timer or anything like that, and you can actually, there's an actual programmable chip on there, which makes it nice. It makes the whole setup very flexible. Sort of the delay between the sequencing lights, that can all be adjusted to whatever time you prefer, and also the delay of the parking lights turning on and off, that can also be changed as well. So overall it's a very flexible setup. The chip can actually be reprogrammed right on the board. It doesn't have to be taken off the board or anything like that. And these will be, like I said, this particular board here will be for the Pontiac Fiero, for the notchback version. The GT lights are coming soon as well. I have something worked out for those, for sequencing and just for the brake and parking lights. And also the LEDs, I have some custom boards designed for those too. So you'll actually have two separate PCBs that you'll just connect, so you won't have a rat's nest of wires. You'll just have a nice clean setup. So I hope you enjoyed that, and can't wait to release this new product.